Are you feeling unfulfilled? Like you were meant for more, to do more with your life, but you're not sure what? I know exactly how you feel because I've been there too. And so in this video, I am sharing 7 simple things you can do to uncover your life purpose so that you feel more fulfilled in life. Let's find out what they are. Hey there, I'm Sarah Jew, a master life coach, founder of A Simple and Contented Life, and your mentor for making a change for the better. For all the best tips and advice on how to step out of a life on autopilot and into one of purpose so that you can become your best self and live your best life, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you are the first to know when the next videos go live. Have you ever asked yourself, why am I here? What is the purpose of my life and how can I feel more fulfilled? If so, you are not alone. We have all asked ourselves those questions at one time or another, and some of us ask them pretty much every day. And whilst you might not yet know the answer, you're starting to wonder and you want to find out, but which is great. But how do you do it? How do you discover your life purpose so that you feel happier and more fulfilled? Unfortunately, there's no quiz that you can take that will just generate out the answers for you. Your life purpose and what fulfills you is unique to you. It's something that you have to discover yourself. You and only you can do it. It's a mission that only you can do and no one else can do it and find out and give you the answers. But don't be daunted by that concept. It's actually quite exciting. And I have a few strategies to share with you that will guide you along the way. These are the exact same strategies that I used in 2017 after my diagnosis and my fight with breast cancer. They helped me pick myself back up, figure out what I wanted to do with my life, and help me to find a new direction and start again. And they can help you too. So the first is to write about how you feel. Whenever I'm feeling stuck or I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, I pick up my notebook and pen. Writing down what I'm thinking and feeling helps me consider the whys and the hows. It helps me to delve deeper into the topic and examine all sides of it so that I can figure out what is going on, why it's happening, what I can do about it, and what my next steps are going to be. And when I was going through my treatment for chemotherapy for my breast cancer nurse suggested to me that one of the things that I should do to help me process what was happening is to actually sit and write about how I was feeling and process those thoughts and emotions. And it is something that has stuck with me ever since. It doesn't have to take a diagnosis of breast cancer to actually start thinking about what you want from your life and how you feel about things and what you want to achieve. You can do it at any time. You just have to make the decision that this is now it. This is the time I'm going to go all in. I am ready to up-level my life. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be and create a life that I love and live my best life. And I deserve it. And you just have to make that decision. And once you have, things start to fall into place. And one of the first ways of figuring out what it is that you want and feeling more fulfilled is to spend some time writing about how you feel. So grab a paper and pen or a laptop if you prefer and start writing. Write about how you truly feel about anything and everything, whatever comes to mind, and what you want from life, and write without question or judgment and just let the words flow freely. And if you're just starting out, sometimes it can be hard to think about what you want to say, and I've been journaling for a long time, and even now I still have moments where I don't know what to write. And so it is okay to literally say, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling today. But once you start doing that, the words will start to flow. And do you know what? No one needs to see what you've written as well. So don't worry about what you're writing down, and don't be afraid to express your thoughts and your feelings openly and honestly. And the more honest you are about how you feel and what makes you happy, the so much easier it becomes to figure out what is going to lift you up, what brings you joy, and how to feel more fulfilled. And then every so often go back and reread your entries, because it can be a huge eye-opener as to what's going on. Because sometimes when we're really in the thick of things and we're feeling completely overwhelmed, we don't know where to start, and we just do not know what to do for the best, Rereading those entries, you will actually start to see patterns, and you'll start to see the same ideas, the same things coming up over and over again. And you can start to connect the dots and actually see, okay, that's why I keep thinking about that. And okay, so that event happened again, and that's why I'm feeling like that. It helps you just, have realizations and epiphanies that may not have come to you the first time around. Then you can actually journal about those realizations and see what else you discover about yourself. It's truly eye-opening exercise. Now, if you've never journaled before and never even thought about writing down your feelings and not sure where to start, I've got some awesome posts that have got some brilliant journal prompts that you can use to help you get started. So I've linked to those below this video. Go check them out. So another way to feel more fulfilled in life is to pursue your passions. Are you passionate about a certain subject? Because if you are, pursue it. Could you make a career or a hobby out of it? And then turning your passions into a career or a hobby will allow you to engage in activities that are personally meaningful for you. And then when you're doing that, that is going to make you feel happier and more fulfilled, because each day of your life, you will feel like it matters and what you are doing is mattering, and that those activities and those things that light you up and make you passionate give your life purpose and they give your life meaning. So, what are you passionate about? Spend some time thinking about all the things that make you feel all fired up. What gets you going? What lifts you up and excites you, and something you can't stop talking about? What are those things that make you truly passionate? Doesn't matter whether it's your current work or career or a cause or a hobby. It could be decluttering and organizing your home. It could be upcycling furniture. It could be volunteering for a charity. It doesn't matter what it is, because it is unique and individual to you. And that is what makes you unique and special. Those things are yours, that you are passionate about them. So don't worry about what anybody else is doing, what anybody else is passionate about, or whether you think that, should I be doing this? Do I deserve to pursue this passion? Doesn't matter, because do you know what? If it lifts you up, that's what you should be doing. So make a list of all the things that you are passionate about and keep adding to it as you come across more ideas. Take a look at that list every once in a while, and you might just be surprised by what it reveals. Your life purpose and your path to fulfillment might just be sitting there on that list, staring you in the face. So, as well as being passionate and figuring out what you are passionate about, another way to feel more fulfilled in life is to identify your talents. What are you good at? What are what do you do naturally that people always come to you for help with? What do you excel in, and what comes easy to you? Can you turn these skills into something meaningful for you that would help you fulfill your life purpose and make you feel fulfilled? It's so easy to just focus on all of the things that we're not good at, the things that we wish we could do better, the things that we want to work on, or that we judge ourselves for, and it's super easy to make a list of all of our weaknesses. But when you take the time to actually sit down and spend some time writing down and thinking about what your strengths are and what your talents are, and all of the things that, if you thought somebody else would struggle to do with, that you can do just like that. What are those things? Because they are your talents, they are your strengths, and they are your skills. And harness them, hone in on them, and use those to help you feel more fulfilled and to create meaning and purpose in your life. Many people are drawn to a life purpose that makes them feel like they're making a difference in the lives of others. So, for instance, if that's you, you might find it fulfilling to use something you're good at to help others that are in need. For example, if you're good at comforting people, then maybe you could consider a career as a counsellor. Or if you like taking care of others or helping children, you might make a good paramedic or a nursery nurse. So we've looked at what makes you passionate and what your talents are, but next is what brings you joy. It's a great place to start on your quest for finding more fulfillment in life, is tapping into what already makes you happy. Because if you're going to feel fulfilled, you have to enjoy what you're doing. Otherwise, there is no point in doing it. So what do you have already that you love to do? Make a happy list. Write down all of the things that make you happy, and if you're already doing them, then do more of them. What things have you done in the past that brought you joy that you would like to start doing again? do those things. It's important that you like what you're doing and that you're having fun doing it, because if you don't, it's going to be much harder to put in the work and effort to accomplish your goals. So, what brings a smile to your face? Reflect on the moments in your life that were the happiest moments for you. And when you are at your happiest, what was it and what are you doing in those moments? What is it about those moments and the activities that you're doing, the people you're with, and all of those things that make that moment feel happy, that activity, that event, whatever it might be? What is it that you are doing at that time and who are you with that is bringing you that joy? And then what purpose or project would have you excited to jump out of bed every morning? If you could do anything and money wasn't an object or an issue or anything like that, if you could do anything you wanted to do without fear of failure, fear of being judged, and all of those things that hold us back and stop us from going after our dreams and our goals, what would you do that would have you being excited to jump out of bed every morning? And then take a look at that, because there's probably something in there that you could use to feel more fulfilled. So comment below this video, what are your passions and talents and what brings you joy? What would make you feel more fulfilled in life? Let me know in the comments. Okay, number 5, what are your values? Another way of leading a more fulfilled life is by living by your values. We all have a set of values that we adhere to in life. And those values can be used as a starting point to help us discover our purpose in life. Make a list of your values and highlight those that are most important to you. Think about what you do every day to honor those values. How can those actions and those things that you do help you to feel more fulfilled? What is important to you? What do you feel would make a difference? What things matter? Is it a sense of community? Is it contribution and volunteering? Is it quality time at home? What are the things that matter most to you? Is it being around families and friends? Setting up your own business so that you have more time to spend at home? Maybe it is pursuing a hobby and doing something with that. What are your values and what matters to you? Maybe you value time at home with your kids, so you choose a career that allows you to work from home. Or you believe that every child should grow up in a happy, loving environment, and you know that there's some out there that are not as well off or as good as situations right now, and that you decide to foster. And maybe you don't like seeing animals being mistreated, so you decide to volunteer at your local animal shelter. Identify your core values, and it'll be much easier for you to find activities and things that you can pursue and do that will make you feel more fulfilled. Another great way to discover what will make you feel more fulfilled is to talk to people who inspire you. So, who inspires you? Who do you look up to, or who has done something that you just think, wow, that is inspiring? Strike up a conversation with them. It doesn't have to be anybody famous. It could just be someone, a neighbor or a friend or a relative or someone who inspires you. And whilst you might not be interested necessarily in the same things, or they might not have the same goals as you or have achieved the same things that you want to achieve, talking to them about what they do to feel fulfilled and how they figured out what it is they do and that makes them happy, and the steps that they took to get there, their triumphs and struggles might just help you get a little bit closer to figuring out your own life purpose. We can learn a huge amount from the people around us and our peers and those who are older than us that have already walked the path that we've walked. And by talking to them, it can really inspire us and help us figure out our own destiny. Finally, the key to feeling more fulfilled in life is to learn to embrace change. One of the biggest things that holds my clients back from diving into self-discovery and pursuing a path of fulfillment is the fear of change. Why? Because it's easier to stay and stick with what you know, to stay safe where it's safe, even if it's not quite what you wanted, instead of stepping into the unknown. No matter how much we might not be very happy with the situation we are in, for some of us, the thought of stepping out and doing something different, the fear of failure, the fear of it going wrong, of messing up, of disappointing people, of leaving people behind, of being judged, and feeling like you're stupid and being made to look like a fool, All of those things, all of those fears can outweigh the uncomfortableness of where we are right now. And it can be incredibly hard for people to push past that fear of change. But if you stay where you are, if you continue doing what you are doing, in 5 years' time, you are going to still be exactly where you are now, and nothing will have changed. You will still be in the same situation, wondering what if, and you'll never discover your life's true purpose, and you will still feel unfulfilled, and you'll still have that burning desire to do something. And the time will have passed anyway. You'll still be 5 years older, but you'll still be stuck where you are, still feeling frustrated. And so it's not easy to learn to embrace change. It can be scary and it can be hard, but give yourself the chance to discover who you are and what makes you feel fulfilled. Life is always changing, so you might as well embrace it. If you feel like that's easier said than done, then start small. One of the things I always share with all of my clients is start small. It doesn't matter what it is you're working on, whether it is making a change in some area, one particular area of your life, or it is learning something new so that you can pursue a different career. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's stepping out and working out the first steps to a new goal that you want to accomplish. Start small, embrace those changes, and practice by learning to embrace small changes and build up from there. And the next time you embrace change, pick a bigger change, and then a bigger change, and a bigger change. And over time, you will get used to embracing change and actually seeing that it might be a little bit uncomfortable to start with, but the other side of that uncomfortableness, things get so much better. And when you've done it, you'll look back and think, why did I wait so long? It wasn't anywhere near as scary as I thought. Now things are amazing, because they truly, truly can be. You just have to allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable and embrace that change. So if you want to feel more fulfilled but aren't sure how to discover what actually makes you feel happy and fulfilled, these tips I've just shared are a great place to start. Write about how you feel, pursue your passions, identify your talents, identify what brings you joy and what your values are. Talk to people who inspire you and allow yourself to embrace change. Discovering your life purpose and what fulfills you is a lot like true love. It might take a while, but you'll know when you have found it. It took me nearly 40 years to find my calling, and now, ironically, I'm a coach who helps other women discover their life purpose so that they can become the person they know they're meant to be, and I love it. The other thing to remember as well is that your purpose and your direction and what you want from life changes as life goes on as well. One of the things that holds my clients back a lot is that they think that they have this one true calling, that there is just one thing that they are meant to do. That doesn't have to be the case. For some people, yes, it is. They know as soon as they start out what it is they're here meant to be doing, and they pursue that, and everything's great for them. But some of us, it's not like that. Like I said, it took me 40 years to figure out what I want to do. And along the way, I have changed my mind several times, trying to figure out what works and what really lifts me up. And it's okay to change those passions, because as life goes and we go through all the different phases of life, of early 20s, meeting someone, having kids, getting married, changing jobs, all of those things change who you are. And the more you learn and the more you grow, the more your direction and your passions and what lifts you up and what makes you feel fulfilled will change. So if you find in 2 or 3 years' time what you thought was your passion turns out not to be, and you decide to switch gears, that's okay. It really is okay. And that's great, because it's awesome to be multi-passionate. You don't have to have just one thing and stick to it. So if you find yourself doing that, know that that's okay too. And know that, yes, it might take a while, but you will know when you find it. So now you know a few ways to discover what will make you feel more fulfilled in life, which speaks to you the most, and which are you going to try first. Let me know in the comments. If this video has inspired you to take action, but you're not sure which area of your life needs your attention the most, I've put together a quick start guide that will help you discover how balanced or unbalanced your life is and what to do about it, so that you can level the playing field and feel happier and more fulfilled. You'll find the link for it below this video. And if you want a little extra help discovering what brings you joy so that you can stop just existing and start living, apply to work with me one-on-one. I'll show you how to discover your passions, unlock your talents, and push past your limiting beliefs so that you can reach your full potential. You'll find all the details below. And if you want to be surrounded by other women who are just like you and working to discover what makes them feel more fulfilled so that they can become their best selves and live their best lives, come and join the A Simple and Contented Life Facebook group. You'll find the link to join below this video too, and I will see you next time.